Welcome to Strange Paths, a podcast where we delve into choose your own adventure stories. I'm Paul.
I'm Stephanie.
And Megan.
And today, I'm going to be reading us a book.
Ooh, change of pace.
I know. Of the choose your own adventure variety.
Oh my god.
This one is called Lost on the Amazon.
Like a woman?
Exactly. Like a woman.
I mean the Amazon like an Amazon woman.
I didn't mean you were lost like a woman.
Well, that's what I was saying.
No.
All right, let's get that cover reveal.
Let's take a look at the cover.
You.
Oh.
So what do you see?
Well, we got a snake. Really highlighting those nostrils.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Does that person have a bow drawn? I can't really tell.
Yeah, they've kind of done an illusion type thing. But
okay.
yeah, I think that her bow is supposed to be both a tree and a bow. So that's layers.
Wow.
Art. High art. Yeah, this lady in the front looks pissed.
Ooh.
Or
She does look pissed.
she could just have like a resting bitch face.
Oh, like me.
I didn't say like
everyone.
you.
I wasn't saying that. These
She
dudes
could.
are really small.
Well, they're in the background.
Why are they bigger?
It's called layering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And the snake's not just really, really big.
Right.
Explain it to
Could
me.
be.
Well, I have a prediction about the snake.
Oh, tell us. Is it the evil Power Master again?
Exactly.
It is not.
Just in snake form.
Yeah.
I can't help you. I don't think that that's right, but I'll let you have your delusions.
Thank you. That's all I ask. Beware and warning. This book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences.
What's wrong with you?
You must use all your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence.
He's talking to me.
Oh.
The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair at any time. You can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its result. The Amazon River can be misleading. It appears slow and lazy, yet its depth and power have claimed many lives.
It's a liar.
Has the river taken your friends?
Oh my god.
Or are they wandering deep into the heart of the jungle darkness that rims its banks? Beware the strange power of the Amazon River, its many strange residents, and its many myths. Who knows what evil or good lurks around the bend? Just around the river. That took place.
Is this Pocahontas on the cover?
It could be. We could have two Pocahontas. Pocahontas?
Yeah,
Pocahontas.
that's right. That is correct.
I'm a scholar.
English degree.
Yes.
Let's get started. You're a doctor, and your specialty is tropical diseases. After college and medical school, you worked in a remote jungle hospital in Africa. There you gained recognition for your work on malaria, blackwater fever, and the dreaded leprosy.
So, from this description, I'm guessing we're like a rich white girl.
No, we're like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's true. We're always a kid.
You have stopped at a hotel in Manaus, Brazil, the last major town on the Amazon River.
Wait, in the now Brazil?
Manaus. I'm
Oh,
assuming
you were
that's how it's
okay.
pronounced.
I thought you were saying, what is now Brazil?
No, sorry. It's Manaus.
Okay.
So Manaus or Manaus.
I'm going to go with whatever you say.
Yeah.
Upstream from here, the river snakes into an almost impenetrable rainforest, dangerous and mysterious. You are
Foreshadowing.
You are the doctor for a small, highly skilled expedition. Your task is to search for and lend medical skills to the lost villages of the forest people. You will meet tribes of Indians who have never seen modern people, and, who knows, perhaps even the fabled Amazons, women of strength and courage who live without men.
Is forest people derogatory?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. That's the point. Jesus, guys. I don't think you should say forest people.
Look, I just want to make sure we're not offending anyone.
Yeah.
A difficult case at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases delayed your coming to Brazil, but at last you have arrived. You were waiting to be picked up by one of the Indian guides working for your expedition. The others went ahead 11 days ago.
I just like how you're just like, a difficult case, kept me back. But at last they have died, so I can go do cooler stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No malpractice suit
Nope.
waiting us when we get back.
Nope.
You approach the hotel desk and ask once again, any emails or faxes for me? The man at the desk smothers a yawn and answers in English with a heavy Portuguese accent.
All right, let's get this Portuguese
I
accent.
have no idea.
Who knows a Portuguese people? Speaking
I imagine him smothering his yawn by like ramming his fist in his mouth really violently.
The gentle smother that knocks 3 teeth out.
All right, here we go. I am very, very sorry, doctor. But as I have been telling you all day long, there are no, I repeat, no messages for
This
you.
is like the Colonel.
Look, I'm just saying, I'd rather do that accent than butcher a Portuguese
Like
accent.
molasses pouring out of your mouth.
Exactly. Okay, thanks. Just let me know if there are any messages, okay? But of course.
It's like Creole.
In this part of the world, things go slowly.
It's perfect.
He turns away from the front desk and sits down to his cup of thick black coffee. What now? You've been here for a full day. It's almost impossible to get a cell phone signal in this town. No guide, no messages, no clues as to what to do next. It is as if the Amazon has swallowed all trace of your expedition.
Maybe we're in the Bermuda Triangle.
Could be.
Or on that lost island.
Yeah. Did that island have a name?
The island.
Was it just the island?
Dr. Moreau, that one? Was that what you were talking about?
No, we're talking about the show Lost. Did you ever watch that?
Nope.
Ooh, it's real good.
Yeah.
No.
It's really, really, really long.
It is.
It's one of those
real good.
intimidating things to start,
Yeah.
You walk out of this 3-story wooden framed hotel and cross the street. The sun beats down, reflecting off the road in shimmering waves. The air is heavy, humid, and ripe with the smell of vegetation. A sweet smell that promises both life and death.
I don't like that at all. Let's dwell on the smell some more. Jesus.
You wander through the city and eventually end up at the river, where you sit on a bench and gaze at the water, lost in thought. The Amazon River at this point is broad and swift. You know it as the largest river in the world. The Amazon and its tributaries drain an enormous basin. In all, there are 15,000 miles of navigable riverways.
Wow.
They are surrounded by an expanse of jungle that dwarfs the river system. On the river, you face piranhas, alligators, poisonous snakes, and deadly electric eels. But the jungle hides more than physical danger.
Really? Electric eels?
I mean, probably.
Don't they need salt water to do the electricity stuff?
Is the Amazon River fresh water?
I mean, it's a river. I feel like it, isn't it?
I don't think it's
Did
fresh
he say? Because he just described all those things.
It didn't, but I don't think it's fresh water.
I don't know. It just feels like a river would be fresh water because that's usually what they are.
But I'm pretty sure the Mississippi's not fresh water.
All right, well, everybody's just going to have to school us in the comments.
I guess so.
And then they're really negative YouTube, or no, what is it? iTunes reviews.
What is... No, I'm confused. I thought freshwater just meant not salt water.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, I mean, aren't most rivers not?
But I mean, the
That's what I'm
Mississippi
saying.
is fed in from the Gulf of Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico is definitely saltwater.
Well, I know, but I feel like the river itself is fresh water.
How?
I don't know. I don't know how rivers work, okay?
Maybe
I just-
there's like a filtration thing going on, like wherever it
Yeah.
comes from. I don't know.
I don't think
But
that...
it goes down.
The
to
Mississippi River goes
Gulf.
up.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about rivers. But I do think that eels need salt. But I might be making that up because I'm an idiot.
Anything could be hidden here. You stare at the pulsing lifeline of water and feel anxious to join your friends, who have already begun to penetrate its mysteries. With the start, you realize that you have lost track of time. You must have been looking at the river for hours. You hurry back. When you return to the hotel, the desk clerk rushes out to meet you. Where have you been? Where have you been? We have been looking for you.
Dude, it's a hotel. It's not like you have to be there. It's not like school.
The clerk carries you inside and presents you to a short, powerful-looking Indian.
Ooh.
The Indian
Wait,
looks...
is that okay? What kind of Indian?
There's a good chance they mean Native American. Well, yeah, it would still be Native American.
Yeah, just a Southern America. Southern America. Why? What's wrong with me?
The Indian looks at you with bright, alert eyes. So how would a Southern Indian Native American sound?
Just keep doing the molasses.
They can't all have the same voice.
I like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just do something different then.
No, I think you should keep doing it.
My name is Awaduga. I bring bad news. Very bad news. Your friends are lost deep in the Amazon jungle.
Ooh.
You are shocked and don't know what to say. 6 days ago, Awaduga says calmly, before the sun rose, there came a song of the jungle flute. It lasted...
It's just like, he's the song and everything. I don't know. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Before the sun rose, there came a song of the jungle flute. It lasted less than a minute. Then it came again and again and again. I warned your friends, but they did not listen. They were under the spell of the music. They disappeared and did not return. I fear for their lives. This is not the first time the jungle flute music has claimed sacrifices.
It's just the music. It's not like a Cocopelli or anything, Just the music.
Music's gonna get you.
The rhythm is gonna get you.
You stare at this man, imagining the worst. At that moment, 2 police officers, members of the river patrol, arrive. The hotel clerk has called them with news of the disappearance of your friends. I'll go with you, Awaduga. The Indian looks straight at you with strength and pride. We must leave at once, he says. The officers become very excited. One of them grabs you by the arm and says firmly, Do not go. It is dangerous. No good will come of it. I will not allow it.
Oh my God.
You must wait. You shake him off and turn to Awaduga saying, I'm ready. My gear isn't even unpacked. Let's go. With that, you get your gear and leave. As you walk out the front door, you hear the clerk say to the 2 officers, They are fools, those 2. The river is dangerous, and so is the jungle. They are lost even before they start.
I don't want you to stop having to do this voice. The hotel guy isn't going to come with us, though.
Awaduga helps you with your gear, and soon you are standing at the river's edge beside a slender dugout canoe. The boat is about 20 feet long. An old 6-horsepower outboard motor is attached to the stern with a wooden bracket.
Wait, are you doing Kevin Spacey from House of Cards?
No.
He's not going to be a hotel clerk. He's the president.
He can be whoever he wants to be.
It's true. Kevin Spacey can do whatever he wants.
2 short paddles, a long pole, and a net are in the dugout. Also in the canoe are 3 spears, their sharp points wrapped in broad green leaves and bound with vines, and a bow with a bark quiver of arrows. Awaduga has a machete on his belt. Step into the middle of the canoe, he says. Otherwise it will tip. Do not move or change positions quickly. Do not drag your hand in the water. You nod as he gives his instructions, but you certainly don't need them. You are familiar with boats, and you have lived in the jungle. All in all, though, the precautions are wise. You guys are cocky.
Yeah. I don't need this jungle man's stuff.
Awaduga pulls the starter cord. The motor sputters, then catches, and the canoe darts out into the current of the Amazon.
Canoe? Why does that have a motor?
We already said it was a canoe with a motor.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I wasn't listening. Jeez, Paul. I've derailed our immersion.
The motor sputters, then catches, and the canoe darts out into the current of the Amazon. You head upstream. Ahead of you is a wall of green, broken only by the blue and white of sky and clouds. Quickly disappearing behind you is Manaus. Already, the buildings are little more than lumps in the mist of green.
Ew. Why lumps?
What would be a better word than lumps?
Shapes.
That doesn't give me an idea of what shape, lump, I have a pretty distinct idea.
It's not a building shape. It's not just a mound.
How many buildings have you seen in Brazil?
I've seen them all. I watched, Carl Pilkington go to Brazil.
Yeah. Maybe he was eating oatmeal when he was writing this. Yeah. That's all I can think about.
Or maybe his mom made him hot chocolate, but it was too lumpy.
You can have lumpy hot chocolate?
Well, if you don't mix all the powder in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Paul, use your imagination. If you can imagine buildings as lumps.
Already, the buildings are little more than lumps in the midst of green. In a moment, they are gone. The sun burns your flesh, insects torment your skin, and the brown water ripples past the bow of your canoe.
That's so sensual.
The day passes. Before you know it, the sun is slipping into the distant green. Darkness will come quickly. Awaduga, who has remained silent, now speaks. Night is soon upon us. If we camp, we lose time. Their trail is growing cold, but the river at night is filled with danger. You must decide. So you can continue through the night or camp for the night.
Why would this man who knows everything about everything on the Amazon leave the choice up to us?
Because obviously you guys are super cocky and know what's what.
Oh, he's testing us.
Or that, yeah.
What do you think, Megan?
I don't know. There's so much pressure.
Yeah. That's because there is. I don't know, because, like, I don't really want to lose time, but I don't want to die in the nighttime and not even know what got me on the Amazon. You know?
Also, do you want to just keep going?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
But it's scary. I trust this mighty Indian man.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll continue through the night. You guessed Awaduga wanted to go on, and you were right. Darkness is his natural element.
Ooh.
The river to him is a living thing, and he maneuvers his dugout with care and precision.
That's a euphemism if I ever heard one.
You are lucky to have such a guide.
Ooh.
For hours you travel with just the light of stars and the moon. The motor chugs away. Awaduga, could it be the Amazon?
I'm so sorry. That was really funny.
Why is this?
The way he said his name was really funny.
All right. He is silent, as if he hadn't heard your question. You repeat it. Could it be the Amazons who captured my friends? He shuts off the motor, and the canoe twists in the current. He aims it towards the shore. Be quiet. Very quiet. You look into the darkness. Nothing. Nothing moves on the bank. What does he see? What does he hear? The dugout bumps against a submerged log. You almost jump out of your skin. Then you see it. There on the bank is a tall, muscular figure. It is a woman.
Oh.
Awaduga speaks. If you wish, why not ask her for help? If you ask these women for help, turn to page 12. If you don't know what to say to this woman and ask Awaduga to speak for you, turn to page 33.
We're too cocky.
So we're going to ask the women for help?
I think so. What do you think, Megan?
Yeah. We can talk to him.
Yeah, we got game.
Yeah.
The woman does not move. There is no sign of fear or hostility on her face. She just stands there patiently. Awaduga sits in the stern, silent and immobile. You carefully leave the dugout, being sure to hold both sides of the craft as Awaduga suggested. Hello? Well, I mean, how are you?
I mean to say, you're beautiful.
You turn to Awaduga. What language does she speak? He does not reply. The woman speaks. I can speak your language. It is not my wish to speak it. But
I love this book so much.
But we have chosen to learn it. What do you want? As your eyes grow accustomed to the darkness, you notice 3 or 4 other people in the forest shadows. 2 carry what appear to be short spears. I'm searching for my friends, you say. They were lost here on the Amazon several days ago. She nods. I know. There are no secrets in our forest. Your friends followed the sound of the jungle flute. I fear for them. Will you help us? Perhaps. But first come to our village. 1 day's travel from here. There are sick there. We know you are a doctor. You must help us. Then we will help you. So if you decide to go up the river, promising to come back after you find your friends, turn to page 18. If you decide to go with the woman, pack up your medical kit and turn to page 19.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're a doctor. We have to.
Yeah.
Plus, she knows where they are. Plus, she hot.
I will come with you and help your sick, but you must promise to help me find my friends.
She just did, you dick.
My name is Zaguna. You have my promise. Awaduga stays in the dugout while you get your medical kit. I cannot come with you. They would never let me into their village. These are the Amazons you asked about. You may be the first outsider ever to be taken to one of their villages. Your journey will be a dangerous one. You wish you hadn't agreed to go. But there are sick people in the village and you are a doctor. You decide to make the best of the situation. You walk away from the dugout. Zaguna moves quickly away from the river and into the forest. The figures near her wait until you follow, then fall in line behind you. The forest is dense and you stumble over roots, get tangled in vines, and bump into trees. The women move quickly and easily. Every now and then a powerful hand steers you away from an obstacle. Night sounds penetrate the darkness. Bird calls, the chatter of unknown animals, and the rustle of leaves startle you. Be careful! Stop! Zaguna speaks with authority. You freeze in your tracks. Your heart is pounding as you peer into the dark, straining to see what dangers lie ahead. There's a crashing sound and a high, piercing whistle, then silence. In a moment, the silence is broken by the haunting sound of a distant flute. It must be the same flute your friends heard. Zaguna moves beside you and whispers, "Ignore the flute. It will kill you."
Just like your friends.
"But it'll lead me to my friends. That's what they followed." You're ready to go after the flute sound, which seems to have moved farther into the forest. It is strangely alluring to you. "Listen to me," Zaguna says. "The flute means death. Come with us now." If you go with them, turn to page 21. If you follow the sound of the flute, turn to page 26.
I mean, it is my jam.
Yeah, it's my jam.
But, I mean, I want to hang out with these ladies.
Yeah. Also, it's a bad idea.
It's a really bad idea. But it's also like a funny idea.
Yeah.
Just immediately ditch them.
Fuck you. Peace. Yeah, no, we're going to go with the ladies.
Okay.
Oh, you want to go to the flute? See what happens?
No.
You sense that these women will help you. Perhaps they're even tracking your friends now. Anyway, a deal is a deal. First you're sick, then you're friends. Deep into the jungle you plunge. Foreshadowing.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it meant first you threw up and then you are friends, and I realized. Okay.
Dawn comes. Howler monkeys scream. Macaws and parrots chatter in the trees, and flies and mosquitoes swarm around you. Spiderwebs cling to your face. You're drenched in sweat. Still you trudge on. You wish the Amazons would slow their pace, but Zaguna pushes out into the forest. "Watch out! Watch out!" An arrow pierces the thick air, thudding into a tree trunk inches away from your head. Zaguna runs to you. "Are you all right? Did it touch you?"
Whoa.
Not that first. I've got dibs.
"I'm fine. It missed me." You reach for the arrow, but Zaguna slaps your hand away. "Poison! Do not touch it." Up ahead, the other women are chasing the unseen attacker. When they return, they are smiling. The words they say to Zaguna are unintelligible to you. This must be their native tongue. It sounds like no language you have heard. Zaguna turns to you, and I turn the page.
Just so you know, Megan, when he does Zaguna's voice, he like puts his hand on his chest and then he's fanning himself with his other hand.
Makes it really hard to read the book, but it's worth it.
Well, I'm holding it. You're making me. Plus the guy sounds like Elvis, and I like it.
"You were lucky," she says. "That arrow was shot by a Mikawa. They come from the region of the Orinoco. Those arrows are dipped in poison. One touch and you are dead. They will try again. Be careful." For 2 hours, you navigate the forest until the vegetation begins to thin. You're in a region of low, rolling hills, also lumpy hills.
Ew.
The rainforest is easier to walk in. Then, as if stepping through a door, you find yourself in a huge clearing. In the center of the clearing stands a large temple made of perfectly shaped mahogany trunks. The entrance to the temple is triangular. Inside shines a bright golden light. Around the temple are thatch roof buildings joined one to another by walkways. This must be the village of the Amazons. Zaguna points to the temple. "The sick are in there. You go alone. We will wait." There isn't a single living thing in sight. The village appears to be a ghost town. Then you hear a flute. If you enter the temple alone, turn to page 25. If you refuse, turn to page 32.
God. What is wrong with this guy? Go! He's such a chicken.
So we're entering the temple alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. That's what she told us to do.
Okay. "Oh well," you say to yourself as you walk bravely towards the temple entrance. Just before you make the final and perhaps fatal step across the threshold, you glance back for what may be your last look at the jungle. You step into the shadows and move slowly towards the golden light of the inner chamber. Your heart pounds faster and faster. Then you see them. There are 6 people. The youngest of them a very small child, lying in hammocks made of the finest mesh. A middle-aged woman speaks. "Help us. We are dying." You can immediately tell that they are stricken by the Madada strain, a vicious fever that often kills. Your work in Africa included research on this rare illness. But what is an African disease doing here in Brazil? You set to work using the special treatments you developed at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. The drugs work. The fever breaks. Within hours, the people are past danger. You inoculate the rest of the village. over 130 people to protect them from the disease. You're praised by Zaguna and her people. The next day, you set out on your search for your friends. You feel confident of success. The end.
Ooh. Okay, that's weird. Why would that be the end? But whatever.
Well, good.
I want to see what happens when we follow the flute.
Yeah, we gotta go after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed there seems to be a lot of endings in these books where it's just like, well, you do a thing and then the rest of it's just whatever.
Yeah. Like, I know this isn't the title and your main mission isn't completed, but, you did enough.
Yeah. Too much even.
It's probably going to end well.
Yeah. It's like, you must be tired. You've read like 20 pages.
Yeah. Why was this guy such a jerk about these women?
What do you mean?
Because, why would they lie? He's just like, I don't know if I'm going to die in this thing. Like,
You didn't die in the thing.
well, I know, but he's like terrified to go in the temple. It's like, she told you that's where the sick people were, you freak.
It's to build suspense for the reader.
Oh my goodness. Refuse. Go back.
All right, so we're going to go back to where we first heard the flute music, and we're deciding to follow the flute music this time.
Yeah.
I must go, you tell Zaguna. I must. My friends need me. You leave the women and plunge recklessly into the jungle. Within minutes, you are hopelessly lost in the thick forest. The flute music seems to hover all around you. I will protect you. It is Zaguna.
What?
She stands beside you, her spear at the ready. You will never make it alone in this forest. Together, the two of you thread your way in deeper into the trees, following the sound of the flute. What is it, Zaguna? Where is the music coming from? She speaks softly. The legends say the spirits of the forest lure souls with the flute to feed their appetite for human blood.
More blood. I got to have blood.
I don't believe them, though. I think it is the Makawa people. They are fierce and angry. We will soon see. There's a slithering noise behind you. Before you have a chance to see what it is...
Voldemort!
You can't say that.
He almost not be named.
Before you have a chance to see what it is, you are wrapped in the coils of an enormous anaconda. The snake is crushing your ribs. You can barely breathe.
If you choose to die, or if you choose to get out, no problem, and do it perfectly the first time.
So, speaking of Voldemort, Megan, did you know that J.K. Rowling likes to add kind of superfluous facts about the Wizarding World to Pottermore?
No.
Because apparently she has broken the long-held silence on how wizards handled their poop.
What?
Yep.
Apparently,
It's true.
apparently before they decided to switch over to pipes, they would just magic their poop away.
So you just go wherever you want.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was thinking about this is, like, when you're a little kid, you're not allowed to use magic, so you just shit on the floor and you're like, Mom!
Wait, but they have so wait, when did the switch to pipes happen? Because, they have those bathrooms with Moaning Myrtle and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure the timeline of that.
Is that before everything took place, I would imagine?
Well, you can turn any chamber into a bathroom, especially if you're a wizard.
Yeah.
You can just put the pipes in.
Or in fact, what if the pipes are just for show? Like, what if the house elves magic the poop away after it falls through the hole in the toilet?
It's just in the kitchen, just on them, while they're slaving away on dinner.
Well, it gets hot in the kitchen, so they cool them down like vultures, except it's with wizard poop and piss.
On his legs.
All right, this is my headcanon now.
Or they don't need pipes. Why do they have pipes? They could just put a spell on the toilet where it would just magic away once they've finished creating.
Yeah, but they need a pipe, otherwise where would the basilisk have gone around in?
Yeah, how would Myrtle travel so she could spy on people in the bathtubs?
There's a lot of questions. She shouldn't have opened this.
Yeah, we'll tweet this at her so that she can answer our questions.
Oh, man. She's really, I don't know, gotten into, too deep, much like Harry has done so many times.
Yeah. I was good without, magic is enough of an explanation for me, you know?
Yeah. Oh, 70, by the way, I just, like, can't not say the he shits on his legs thing sometimes. And then, like, no one will know what I'm talking about.
What cartoon or what comic was that?
3-word phrase.
Oh, so funny. With the, what, it was like Vulture was running for president or something?
Yeah.
President Bird.
Yeah.
God, I love
I think
President
it was
Bird.
part of his campaign.
Yeah, he shits on his legs. Oh, man.
Yeah. I guess somewhat good for the artist. I think he got a job like doing storyboard work for a cartoon. No, or like for a couple different cartoons.
Oh.
So like
You just said for
I
cartoon,
know.
and I was like,
Well, he's
okay.
kind of. I think he's kind of really slowed down on the comic.
Oh,
But no, I think it's a good thing. 'Cause
it is.
I doubt he was
They're
making a whole lot of money.
successful.
Yeah.
Not
I
that the
do
comic
like-
wasn't hilarious. It's
Yeah.
just
I need to know what President Bird's up to.
yeah. All right. Anyway, back to our danger.
Right, we're about to get squeezed to death.
Right. Zaguna speaks a few words in her language. The snake loosens its grip and slithers away. You take a deep breath, but inhaling hurts your chest.
So I guess that's good because now you know how to say "fuck off, snake" in whatever Amazon language.
I don't know if we were really paying attention that closely.
Get out of here!
That was a close call. Not many escape in Anaconda. How'd you make the snake let me go? Zaguna won't talk about it.
It's personal. I don't know you.
Zaguna leads on, and you follow as closely as you possibly can.
Damn, dude. He's like club dancing on her.
Now and then you see faint movement far ahead, in the direction of the flute music. Stop, Zaguna says. Wait here, I will go ahead. If I don't return in the time it takes to breathe 10 times 100... Whoa, that's a lot of breaths. Okay. If I don't return in the time it takes to breathe 10 times 100 breaths, then run. Run for your life.
1,000?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so it
10
says
times?
10 times 100 breaths.
She obviously knows math. She can just say 1,000.
Maybe their biggest number is 100.
Maybe she's wanting you to do like 1,000, 2 1,000. No, you have to breathe fully.
Or maybe like 100.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What is happening?
I'm going to assume 1,000 breaths.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What? Okay, alright, whatever she wants.
If I don't return in the time it takes to breathe 10 times 100 breaths, then run. Run for your life. Go back to the river. Never turn back. She disappears into the forest. Minutes later, the flute sounds end.
I really like the image of this where you're just standing calmly in the forest, just breathing, and then suddenly you just start hauling ass just for no reason.
You wait, counting your breaths. Your ribs still ache. 50 breaths. 100. Then another 100. Finally, 1,000 breaths. No Zaguna.
Run.
The song of the flute begins again. If you run for your life, turn to page 29. If you go after Zaguna, following the sound of the flute, turn to page
Oh
31.
my god, I don't know what to
You can't run away.
do. Because what's going to happen if you run? You're just going to be lost in the forest even more and they're going to get
You're just gonna think about that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I just left that woman in the forest.
You followed directions.
Whatever, you guys are going to end up together and she's going to be so grateful or whatever.
All right, so we're going after?
Yeah.
Time is up.
So really, you just sat there and breathed for no reason.
Well, you need to breathe. It wasn't for no reason.
Okay. You got me there.
Time is up. You take 20 more breaths for good measure.
Oh my god.
But still, there is no sign of Zaguna. Stealthily, you creep forward, following the sound of the flute. You take 10 breaths for every step. You move very slowly, but you're afraid for your life. Finally, 2 hours later, you come to a clearing in the forest. Birds fill the air with noise. You peek into the clearing. There you see Zaguna, your friends, and 2 others bound in vines and gagged with leaves. They are surrounded by a large group of very small people. At first, you think they are children, and then you realize
They
they're
ain't.
dirty, filthy forest people.
Oh!
It might just say forest people.
Paul's embellishing because he has an irrational hatred for forest people.
He just grew up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing can be done about it.
Right.
It's just his time.
The next generation will do better. The leader wears the skin of an anaconda and plays upon a flute made of a long piece of carved wood.
That's a really big outfit he's wearing. If he's really small and he's wearing the skin of an anaconda.
It could be folded up. It has ruffles. It is a waterfall.
Oh, Paul's getting into fashion design mode. You should see the dreamy look passed across his face. Oh, maybe puff sleeves.
He dances about his victims, taunting them with the music.
Oh my God.
Dancing faster and faster and closer and closer.
He's just like a freak. He's just like wants to like flash people and have them captive.
Then you hear someone breathing right next to you.
Ooh, it's like whenever Helga would soliloquize. Was that word? And then there would be that weird guy breathing behind her on Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah. No, let Megan do it.
I'm doing it so much that I really have to focus on keeping my
Need
breathing.
some chapstick.
In the gloom, you recognize the women who were with Zaguna before. They surround you. In their hands are spears. With them is Awaduga.
Ooh.
We will attack when the sun pierces the roof of the world. It seems to take forever. Well, they're saying they're going to attack them with you.
When the sun pierces the roof of the world.
It's his way.
Paul's he's just making up these things.
I'm assuming when the sun rises.
Is it nighttime? Oh, I guess it is nighttime.
Yeah. It seems to take forever, but at last the time comes, and you're surrounded by the cries of the others. Sweet! Yaraguna!
Sweet!
Your band dashes from the forest into the clearing. The forest people flee in fear. You free your friends and run back to the river in safety. Now it is time to go to the village of the Amazons and treat the sick. Then, on with your expedition. The end.
Ooh, that's a good ending. Man, see, we did everything. I guess we did everything in the other ending too.
Yeah.
I like how it's just like completely disregard these like super knowledgeable women and just do whatever you want and it'll end up fine.
Well, that's how it worked with the police.
What? Oh yeah,
band?
we were just like whatever.
And the band.
Don't stand so close to me. You mean do stand
Hey.
right on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like he did to poor Zaguna, who was like molested in the forest by this stupid idiot person.
Or like Roxanne, you don't have to put on that red dress. Like, it's kind of implied, put on that red dress.
Yeah, put it on. I like it.
Right.
It's a good dress.
You don't have to.
It's not the dress's fault.
Okay, so did you guys want to continue with more paths?
I feel like we pretty much closed all the paths.
Yeah.
Well, was there any other, like, there wasn't really any other expedition, really, was there? Because it seemed like the main reason you were there was to get your friends. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, they had an expedition. Mm. So I guess you could have been like, hey, guys, I know you were traumatized by, like, getting captured by, like, tiny forest people, but a job's a job.
You're going to complete your task. Don't bill the company for the hours that you spent taken.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even remember any other choices that I was that interested in.
The only other choice I really remember is whenever the guy was like, do you want to like sleep and then keep going or go during the nighttime?
Right.
But, you know, I don't care about that choice.
Yeah, no one does.
I think we're done. We're done here. We did it.
Yeah, we're done.
All right. I think this is the first time that we've only had good endings.
Yeah. We didn't die.
We're becoming pretty good at this.
Yeah, we got it pretty figured out. Next episode, we're just going to really fail and get only bad.
I still say there's no evidence to say that the anaconda on the cover is not the evil Power Master.
Could be.
She didn't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Voldemort. I mean, oh my goodness, he loves snakes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It fits. This was all a big tie-in.
Oh, yay.
Yep.
Since we're 10 years old, we're about to get our letter to go to Hogwarts.
Right. And they'll already be impressed because we know Muggle doctor stuff.
Oh, yes. We can cure all their diseases. Although Mrs. Weasley won't be impressed because remember whenever Arthur was trying stitches in the hospital?
Well, she won't be impressed because she has to hide her poop.
Shameful.
Do you think any? I'm sorry. What?
I was going to say, so it's almost like we're entering a Catholic house.
We've already been in a Catholic house and it is no fun.
Anyway, sorry, Megan.
Oh, I was just wondering if anyone ever went to Hogwarts and like had a weird mandrake root fetish and just like snuck in every night with earmuffs on to go make out with those weird root babies
Oh, yeah.
and got expelled.
I don't remember them being in Harry Potter. I remember the one from Pan's Labyrinth.
You don't remember the mandrake roots?
No.
Where you had to, like, you made a stew of them or something and it cured the petrified people in the Chamber of Secrets? And they unpotted them and they were just disgusting babies.
Oh, and they would scream and cause you to faint.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, if anyone went in in the nighttime to make out with them.
Yeah, whenever they start moving in their own pots together and you're like, ooh, that's sexy. I'm going to steal you away. And then their parents are like, this is bad. You shouldn't be with him. But I love him. Right?
Pretty much exactly. I think that was on Pottermore, actually.
Mandrakes can grow their root penis to whatever size you want. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Unless a storm comes through.
What?
It'll uproot them.
Well, then you'll get to see it. Lucky you. I wonder how long they stay screaming babies. Because, like, it's only their cry when they're a baby that kills you, right?
I do not remember that fact.
I'm going to have to...
About
I've been getting a hankering to reread it. Again.
Ooh, I still
for
have
the
your books.
probably bajillionth time. Okay.
So thank you for journeying with us on the Amazon.
And also into Hogwarts. In the bathroom chambers of wizards.
If you have any questions or comments for us, feel free to contact us at strangepathspodcast@gmail.com.
Or at, what is it? On Twitter, it's at strangepathspod.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Instagram, it is
just Strange Paths. Classic.
or for unrelated freakish questions, you can go to
Private questions for Megan.
you can email me at bozosglowglobes@gmail.com.
Have you even made the account yet?
Yeah, I
It's
made
real.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
yeah.
we'll just have a special segment where Megan just reads them and answers the horrifying questions that she receives.
I'm scared for Megan.
I know, it'll be like Halloween music over it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening again, guys. Bye.
Bye!
Bye.